To get started on this exercise, you should have downloaded the Lines PNG. We're going to be using this template to recreate each of these logo elements using a variety of line techniques in Adobe Illustrator. Speaking of Adobe Illustrator, once you launch Adobe Illustrator, let's go up and create a new file. This time, rather than typing in the specifics over here, we're going to start off with a preset. Presets are found up here at the very top. Find the Print preset, and then locate the Letter preset. Notice that with it selected, when you go over to the details, a few things have changed. By default, the unit of measure is in points. Let's swap it over to inches, and you can see that this is still 8.5 by 11. These presets are some common printing sizes that you'll normally run into. Additionally, there's different other document sizes for other different uses. But I wanted to point out that you can quickly and easily have these presets ready to go by knowing where to find them. Let's call this our line logo elements. Everything else about this is going to remain exactly the same. So let's say create, and this will give us our new document. We also want to make sure we're working in the same work mode as I have here. So go up to Window, and if you haven't done so already, make sure your workspace is set to Essentials, and if necessary, reset the essentials to put everything back into place. Now let's place our picture so that we can trace on top of it. This time, we're going to bring it in as a special layer that's called a template layer. To do this, let's go up to File and down to Place and locate where you've saved your Lines PNG. With it selected, you may have to turn on your options, but check on the template option. With template checked on, when you say place, this was automatically going to place the entire image in the middle of your document. You can see that it's a really big image right now. If I was to zoom out, and I can zoom out either by using my zoom tool and then click and drag, you can see it goes beyond the borders of my artboard. Additionally, I'm going to grab my direct selection tool. I can't make any changes or movements or resizing to this. If you go over to your Layers panel, you'll need to unlock this template layer and make sure that it's selected. Now that it's unlocked, I can click on my image and move it around. I can also hold the Shift key as I click on an edge and drag it down. So I want to resize this so that it fits nicely inside of my work area, nice and centered. And then I'll zoom back in so I can see all of it. Once you've got everything set, you can go back to your Layers panel. Let's lock down the template layer, and we're going to work on layer 1 for our first logo. I'm going to double click that layer and call this Logo 1. And then let's zoom into this first top logo to get started. You can see that this is made up of the rectangles that are perfect squares with some lines going through it. Let's go over to our toolbox and locate the rectangle tool. Automatically, I can see that I also need to go to my Properties panel. Let's set our fill color to be none, and our stroke color or outline color, we'll set that to be red, and we'll deal with the size of our stroke in just a moment. As we've done before, you can click on the middle portion of the top left-hand corner and drag down. And if you hold the Shift key, you get a perfect square all the way to here. Next, let's resize it. With it still selected, we can increase our stroke point until it fills up. So it looks like about 5 points is good for me. Next, we need to draw some line segments that connect inside of here. The Line Segment tool is hiding underneath your Rectangle tool. Here it is here. We've already got our fill and stroke and size set up. Let's deselect our selected rectangle by holding down the Command key and clicking away from it. When you let go of your Command key, you can see it returns to the Line Segment tool. Now I can put my cursor over this top left anchor point and drag down to the bottom right. And let's go up to the top right until it says Anchor. Let's connect down here at the very bottom. Great, so we've got one square unit ready to go. If you use your black arrow selection tool, remember each one of these things is its own separate element. We want to group all of these together. So with your black arrow selection, click and drag over everything, so that's all selected. Let's go up to Object drop-down menu and choose Group. Now that it's grouped, you can see that they're all being treated as one solid object. Let's make a copy of this by going up to Edit and Copy. Then we can go up to Edit and let's do a paste. Remember, when you just do a regular paste, it's going to put it in the center of your screen, but not necessarily right on top of where you're at. So let's move it over and into position. Carefully click on the edge of it, and it should snap nicely into place. And then finally, let's rotate this 45 degrees. We can do this two different ways. You can either do it freehand by clicking and dragging on it this way, or with it selected, you can go over to your group settings here. I'm going to undo what I just did, Command Z, and you can set the transform to be 45 degrees in this. Oops, not 455. There we go. Great. Now we've got both of those selected. Let's highlight all of these by clicking and dragging over both the groups, and one more time, let's group those together. Now it's being treated as one solid object. The next logo is very similar, except we're using ellipses to draw those off and then line segments to divide it. Let's go over and do the ellipses first. Choose your choose your ellipse tool, not your rectangle tool. We'll keep the settings exactly the same. And remember, with a circle, you can hold your Option or your Alt key down and click in the middle and drag out. And if you hold the Shift key, you get a perfect circle. There, we got that one set. Let's deselect it by holding Command and clicking away. Now let's draw the inner circle. Once again, find the center point, hold the Option, and click and drag. This time I'm not holding Shift, I'm just letting it freehand draw until it touches where it needs to be. Finally, let's add the line segments. Choose your line segment tool, deselect it by this time. You can either hold Command, or if you want to know a good keyboard shortcut, Shift Command A will deselect it. Let's draw a top to bottom line, and then the 3 lines that go across. Notice you don't want to go so far that it goes outside the edge. We'll stop it right there. We'll do the same for this one. Usually when it highlights the line of the edge of your circle, you know you've gone far enough. Great. Finally, let's use our black arrow selection tool to select everything, and let's group those together. Before we move on, I see I've made one small mistake. Check out our layers. I made that logo, both of those logos, on the same logo layer. Let's make a new one and move it over. Going down to the bottom of your layers panel, click on the little plus sign. This will give us a new layer on top and call it logo number 2. And remember, you can open up any layer and see the sublayers. And here's the group that I've made for my circle. Simply click and drag that group into layer 2. And now it's organized into there. We can lock both of those down too if necessary. Let's make another layer. If yours is out of order like mine is, that's okay. You can click and drag. Let's place it on top of layer 2 or logo 2. We'll call this logo number 3. This third logo is a challenge because it's made of an outside shape that's thicker and 5 sides and a variety of inside lines that subdivide it, and those lines look much thinner. Let's do the outside first. Going over to our shapes, let's locate the polygon tool. Remember, when you click and drag, this will create a simple polygon. In this case, it's got 6 sides. To drop it down to a 5-sided polygon, locate the little diamond on the the right-hand side, drag it up, and now it's got 5 sides. Let's rotate this around 180 degrees. We can go to the Properties panel, and from here, choose 180 for its rotation. And then finally, let's use our black arrow selection tool and let's resize it. And I'm looking specifically at the top for now. I can move it over, I can move these into position, and it gets it most of the way there. However, I need this bottom point to be all the way down here. In order to move just the bottom point, choose your white arrow direct selection tool. With this tool, you can click away and deselect it, hover over this bottom point, and when you click and drag it down, it'll move only that point. Just be careful that you see the word anchor so that you know only this anchor is selected. Also, while we have it selected, let's go over to our stroke size. Let's make this one much thicker, probably closer to, looks like 10 points is a good size. Now let's do the line segments on the inside. One more time, let's choose our line segment tool. This time I'm going to start making my lines much smaller, so I'm going to bring it down to maybe 5 points. We can connect from one anchor to the other. Looks like this one is connected down to the bottom point, as well as this one. This one in the middle connects to here. And then finally, we'll subdivide all of these. Remember, if you've got the tool selected and you need to make another point from here, you need to deselect it. So either do Shift Command A to deselect. Now I can draw it. Or you can hold Command and simply click away. And that is another way to deselect. Great. Now that we've got all of those, let's choose our selection tool, black arrow, select all of these, and let's group those together. Now before we move on, let's go ahead and go to our Layers panel and lock down that logo layer 3. And let's also save our document if you haven't done so. We'll go up to File and down to Save. Make sure to give it a name with your name on it and that you know where you're saving this Illustrator file to. The format is going to be Adobe Illustrator. We'll click Save. And under the options, we're simply going to say OK.